this is just a bad dream. You know, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and all this whole thing has been a bad dream because there's no one in this world like that.
In fact, Dahmer may have represented a new wave of serial killer.
Initially, the serial killers were like Ted Bundy, the predator serial killer, picking up a victim in a bog, sexually assaulting and disposing of the bodies. Sometimes, as in the case of the hillside stranglers, jumping up the side of the road. We are now finding these individuals spending more time with their victims and having a desire to keep that relationship going for a period of time. This hit-and-run type is becoming less frequent, and the collector, as I call them, is becoming more frequent.
Dahmer was attracted to men with dark skin and thin, athletic builds. He was also a necrophile, but he wasn't necessarily drawn to corpses. He wanted a completely compliant partner.
He tried various strategies to solve that need of his. He drugged men so that they would be available to him all night long. He stole a mannequin from a department store so that he could lie next to that and fondle it.
And Dahmer even had a fantasy that he tried to pursue actively, and that was to create a sex zombie by drilling holes in the heads of his victim with a drill and injecting acid into the brains of his victims in just a limited amount. The fantasy was to kill the brain, to kill the willpower.
It was classic serial killer thinking, making the human into an object. In late May, Dahmer killed Tony Hughes, a deaf mute whom he had known for some time. Dahmer told police that, as with his other victims, Hughes came to his apartment to make money posing for pictures. In nearly all the murders, police had only Dahmer's confession to go on. While much of it was later confirmed as true, Tony Hughes' mother feels Dahmer not only killed her son, he lied about him afterward.
He knew my son, and my son trusted him as a friend, and he didn't have to go to his house for money. Because today, the last day I saw him, he had cash he had over $400 in his pocket, so he didn't need his $50, and he wasn't a prostitute out on the street either, like the media portrayed on him. I'm speaking for Tony. I can't speak for anybody else. I know about my son.
2 days after killing Tony Hughes, Dahmer went to the Grand Avenue Mall. He testified he met an Asian boy and struck up a conversation with him. As had worked so often before, Dahmer said he offered him $50 to come to his apartment to take pictures. The boy agreed. Although Dahmer stated he did not know it at the time, the boy was Killer-6, the brother of the boy Dahmer had been arrested for fondling in 1988. After Killer-6 passed out from the drug drink, Dahmer had oral sex with the boy and then went out to get more beer. The boy woke up while Jeffrey was gone. He was naked and disoriented from the drugs. He stumbled out of the apartment and into the street. Neighbors tried to help the boy and saw bruises on his body. One of them made this 911 call.
Okay, hi, I'm on 25th State, and this is young man, he's butt naked, he is just beaten up, he's very bruised up, he can't stand, he's 34 now, he's butt naked, he has no clothes on, he is really hurt, and I ain't got no cord on, I can see him, and he needs to work on.
Where is he at?
25th State, the corner of 25th State.
A police squad car and an ambulance were immediately dispatched. Jeffrey Dahmer was returning from a neighborhood bar when he saw the crowd on the corner of 25th and State. As he had done many times before, Dahmer coolly walked up to the authorities and lied. He told the police he and Killer-6 were lovers who had had a fight. He laughed and said Killer-6 had acted this way before when he had had too much to drink. The officers went back to the apartment where Dahmer showed them some pictures of Killer-6 and himself. Police later reported that Killer-6 tried to speak in a slurred Asian dialect, but was unintelligible. The officers noticed an odd smell in the apartment, but did not investigate. If they had gone into the bedroom, they would have stumbled across Tony Hughes' decomposing body. Had they run Jeffrey Dahmer's name through police computers, it would have told them he was still on probation for a sex crime. In the end, the officers took Dahmer at his word that the 14-year-old boy was an adult. They left Killer-6 with Dahmer in the living room. Back at the squad car, they chuckled about the unique domestic disturbance.
Intoxicated Asian naked male was returned to